Hi guys, Ann here, and today we're gonna have a little chit chat. We're gonna give you some updates and talk about what I found out about my health. If you guys have been watching my videos, especially my vlogs, when I take you guys to the doctors with me, when I do my little tests that I have to do, I usually take you guys with me. And I finally sat down with the doctor and I found out a few things that, like, it took me, I think, about almost 2 weeks to really just sit down and digest, like, what is wrong with me. And then finding out one thing, I had to get some more tests. So I was quite surprised. So if you are interested in hearing what are my results from all of my testings, then keep on watching. All right, so we have good news and we have bad news. So let me start from the beginning, just in case it's the first time you are tuning into this channel. If you don't know, I do have a main channel called Just Ann, and over there I do more beauty content. I usually do like subscription boxes, so a lot of unboxings, subscription boxes, mystery boxes, stuff like that. I will leave the link down below. Anyway, so one thing about me, I am 45 years young, and I was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 18. Actually, I had gestational diabetes. So I got pregnant at the age of 18, had my first son at 19. And everything was doing good, and I was probably about 20 weeks pregnant, and I was getting bad cramps and stuff. I go to the doctor, they do a checkup, and I was a 1/2 centimeter dilated. So they immediately took me to the hospital, started me on breathing shots and all that type of stuff to kind of like prolong my labor. And after getting a lot of tests done, my sugar was very, very high. Usually about 28 weeks or 20, something about 7 months is when where you have to drink that sugary stuff, and it's like a hour or 3 hour long, I can't remember, and to find out if you have gestational diabetes or anything like that. Well, because it was my first pregnancy and I was only 20 weeks, they didn't test me yet. So I wasn't sure if I was diabetic or was it just from, being pregnant or however, I did have my son very, extremely early because of that. When your sugar is that high, you can dilate and stuff like that. Anyway, so after I had my son, they kept an eye on me. My sugar was still a little high. Well, when I was pregnant with him, I had to go to take insulin. After I had him, I didn't need insulin. I just needed pills. And they said usually with gestational diabetes, a lot of times it goes away after pregnancy, but it can be a sign as you get older, you can end up being diabetic. That wasn't the case for me. It kind of stayed. Then when I got pregnant with my daughter, I was 23 when I got pregnant with her. I had her at 24. It got really bad again, and it stayed, and then now I've been insulin dependent since then. Okay? Now, having said that, I didn't always take care of myself, If my sugar was 300-400, I felt fine. The only difference was I had to pee a lot. When they put me on medicine, I think the first pill medicine was metformin. I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I just stopped taking it. The insulin, I didn't like the way it made me feel. When my sugar got to be close to 500, that's when I want to take my insulin and stuff. When my sugar was 300-400, yeah, I would pop a pill, pop the pills or whatever like that. But normally I wouldn't check it. I didn't take it serious enough. And because of that is why I'm dealing with the issues that I'm dealing with now. So let's do that. So in 2021, January this year, I wanted to take my health a little bit more serious because I noticed when I would check my blood pressure, it was always high, especially the bottom number was always high. So my blood pressure was typically between 180 and 200, the top number, and the bottom number was about 140 to 160, and my pulse was always high. And what it would do is it would make me tired. I was getting chest pains, shortness of breath. I was always going to the hospital, and I'm like, I need to take myself seriously. Now, prior to 2021, I was diagnosed with cardiovascular disease, but stage 1, very early, that's all that I knew. You know, when you go to the doctors, when you get checkups, you know, they do a blood panel on you. And I did know like my kidneys weren't doing as what they should be. It wasn't at the point where I need dialysis or anything like that. But, you know, I'd get my eyes checked, you know, because I'm diabetic. Anyway, I'm making excuses here because like I don't even know like how to tell you guys this stuff. I'm still shocked. So you guys know I made videos where I would go to the doctor. Sometimes I would leave in what the doctor says and stuff like that. The problem is they want to know why my blood pressure was staying so high. You know, even when I would take, they put me on lisinopril. They only put me on 10 milligrams. That wasn't doing nothing. They raised it to 40. And that only brought my blood pressure from like to 150. And the bottom number was still always high. You know what I mean? And they wanted to know like why. Why is my blood pressure so high? So and also they wanted to check on my heart. So they did a heart Doppler, like a ultrasound, and they checked my blood flow and all that. I got a kidney Doppler to see if I had kidney stenosis. That is the narrowing wall of your kidneys. And sometimes when that is doing it can make your blood pressure high. Or if I had some rare disorder. So I had to get blood work. So I got all that stuff done. And the good news is I do not have kidney stenosis. That's great because I start looking stuff up and it was like if you have it and it's, you know, you might have a 5-year lifespan, you know, that's when Google's not your friend, right? So I do not have that. I don't have, when they did my blood work, I do not have any rare disorders. So that's good. That's not what was causing. When they did the heart ultrasound with the Doppler, it was like more intense done. I have coronary heart disease with the presence of angina, but I also have heart failure. My right side or left side, I can't remember, is very, very thick. That surprised me. From there, I had to get more tests done. But let me talk a little bit about diabetes and how it can affect the heart. Now, I'm not a doctor or nurse, and I'm just going to kind of tell you this so that you can understand. So, in your pancreas, let's pretend that it's a door, okay? Now, normally, the door's open, right? Because you have these cells. We'll just say cells. I don't know the proper term for them, okay? And when you have to pee, it goes through your kidneys and then you pee it out and you pee the cells out, okay? When your sugar is always high, the door closes, okay? And so there's nowhere for the cells to go. They just keep ping, 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 ping. Oh my God, I'm dropping stuff. You know, that's what it's doing. Ping, 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 ping. You're not peeing it out. So where does it go? It goes up. And it goes to your heart, it goes to your arteries, and then they start sticking together and they clog. And that's why a lot of diabetics that learn late in life that they're diabetics, they may not have known. They may not take care of themselves. You know, whatever the case may be. That's why most diabetics can die from a heart attack, stroke, anything like that, or with the heart. Now, I also have high cholesterol, and that's genetics. I have what you call the triple threat. The doctors tell me. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, and I'm diabetic. Okay? So when we found all this information, I had to get more tests to see how blocked the arteries are. If it's 70% or more, then sometimes they put a stent or balloons in. Some doctors wait till you're 80 or 90%. So when I got my test done, one is like 60%, one is 50, the other one is 30, and the other one was like 20. So they all have some kind of blockage, but not enough. I mean, one of them's close, but not enough to like get operated on or anything like that. I also was telling him, like, you know, I'm always short of breath. If I vacuum, it's like I'm wheezing and different things like that. Well, you know, upon more testing, I do have some fluid around my heart and my lungs. But now I have to get another test, a pulmonary function test, because he believes there are 3 things going on. When I was younger, I had asthma really, really bad where I was in and out of the hospital. I remember just like stop breathing and I'm like running through the house because you can't breathe. But as I got older, it slowly went away. So either my asthma came back, it could be from the fluid, COPD, or emphysema. And he was leaning to emphysema. I know when he was checking my lungs and what he's seen. Now, I was never really a smoker, like cigarettes. But he said, like secondhand smoke, different things, whatever the case may be. But, so I need to figure my lungs out, what's going on with that, and see if maybe I need an inhaler with steroids. I don't know. The good thing is, like the damage is done. When you're diabetic, anything that you do, you cannot fix what the damage is. But you can make it to where it doesn't get worse. He told me that if I don't take my medicine and I don't do better and get my sugar under control, he said, Ann, he said, in 7 to 10 years, I'm going to get a phone call that you're getting lifted in a helicopter. And he said, if you make it to the helicopter. And the problem is, because of my age, I'm only 45, is why he's so concerned. And also genetics. My mother had my mother was in her 40s when she had her first open heart surgery. So that as well is why they're taking it more serious, and they want to know everything that's going on, right? He told me if I was a male and I was a smoker, I might have already been gone. I would have had the heart attack or stroke that would have just killed me. It's a lot to take in. It's not the worst news, of course, and there's people that are a lot worse than me. But what hurts me and upsets me is because I feel like I did it to myself. Because I didn't take care of myself. And that's what pisses me off. And it makes me very emotional. And to be only 45 with heart failure. Coronary heart disease. With presence of angina. I really don't even know what angina is. And now I have something going on with my lungs. That's another thing he warned me. Do not get COVID, because if I was the one to get COVID, it may not do so well. So the good news is I don't need surgery right now. It's not as bad. It's almost not that bad. And I am taking my medicine. I am getting myself together. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. So, like I said, it may not be a lot to you guys, and I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that are in worse shape than me. I get that. But I was just more surprised when they say heart failure, this, that. Like, I was like, what? I wasn't expecting that. I think that's what it was. I remember going to the doctors years ago when I was in my 30s, and I stopped going to the doctors because they always told me, you're not going to live to your 40. You're not going to, and I didn't want to hear that. And I wish I would have listened then. But no, I was hard-headed. I wanted to be an alcoholic. I wanted to do drugs. I wanted to not give a fuck about my I suffer from depression. And all I did was damage. And the reason why I'm telling you guys not to do this sad fishing or make you guys feel sorry for me, I want to show awareness. If you are diabetic, take it seriously. If you are pre-diabetic, before you even have to take medicine, take it seriously. You don't want to be like me at 45 and have all these issues. Now, we're not just talking about that. My kidney function isn't doing as great. I have other things going on. Why? Because I would not take my medication or take it seriously. I remember years ago I would drive in the car and I felt my sugar dropping. And when I said my sugar dropping, it would be when it was 200 and under. Because my body was so used to it being high. It got used to it being high. I would go to McDonald's and get a meal, or maybe if I was home, I'd get a Swiss roll or a tasty cake or something very sweet. Instead of getting maybe peanut butter or crackers or, you know what I mean? I did a lot of damage to my body, and I'm begging you guys to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and go to the doctors. Even when you feel fine, go to the doctors, get your blood work, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I was 18 years old. 125 pounds if that's soaking wet. When you hear somebody with diabetes, even before I got pregnant with my daughter when I was 23, I was maybe about 125, 130 the most, right? Because I'm only 5'3¾". And I'm not like a skinny mini. I mean, I was skinny, but you know what I'm saying. And most people think diabetes, you have to be overweight. No, that's not true. We stereotype that, you know what I mean? Or we think somebody that's thin is healthy and somebody that's overweight is not healthy. My husband, who is not overweight, but he ain't skinny, he has great health. You would think he would have the heart issues of this, that. No. I'm only like 150 something pounds. I mean, you know, so you can't go by that. We can't stereotype just because you're heavy or you're thin, that means you're healthy. We can't stereotype being diabetes means that you're overweight, you know, so get checked. You have to get checked. And you have to listen to the doctors and take your medicine. You have to do that, you know, and I will continue to take you on the journey with me. I just wanted to, guys, give you like an update what is going on with me. I will continue to take you with me when I do for my lungs, you know, and then I'm going to go back doing my get readies with me with story times just the month of August, because I had to get all those tests done and different things. And then, you know, like it was the last month for summer. Our kids don't start school till September. I live in Jersey, in case you don't know. So it's just a lot of things going on now that my son is a senior, but he's back in school. I can, you know, I'll be doing more on here. I'll be doing more story times, get readies with me. You know, taking you guys vlogging with me. Let me know down below what other kind of content. I think maybe today's Saturday when I'm filming, so maybe Sunday I'll record me making my Sunday dinner. You know, stuff like that. Let me know. And yeah, that's everything, guys. Thank you for being so patient and waiting. I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last video. Thank you so much for not unsubscribing. I promise I will be doing more content on here. I want to try to film at least 2 to 3 videos a week. You know, I do have that main channel, so if you're interested in beauty, I will leave the link down below. I try to film every day, at least 5 videos a week over there. And that's everything. And you know, like I always say, guys, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.